Oh man, did I stuff up a conversation with a colleague the other day? I did a really bad job of it. My friend was upset about a situation. His name was Jason, and Jason was saying all these things to me that had upset him. And you know what? They were things that he couldn't change. They were things that had happened and he had no influence over. And you know how I responded? I said, "What would you like me to do about it right now, mate? I can't jump in a time machine and fix it." Not the right answer, but to me it felt like the right answer at the time. I was frustrated because he's venting about something he can't change. So I'm coming at it going, well, you can't change it, so don't worry about it. Let's look ahead. Now, that did not lead to a very healthy interaction, I have to be honest with you. Now, Jason and I definitely calmed down and sorted it out, which was a good thing. But on reflection, do you know what I did wrong? I activated the wrong neural network in my brain. That sounds like a very sciencey way of saying, Paul, you weren't thinking enough about what he was feeling, which is actually quite true. So let me go back a bit and explain to you what I'm talking about. So there was a bit of research done at Case Western University recently, and they're talking about, you've heard the whole right brain, left brain thing. I'm sure you've heard about that. Well, this is a little bit different. This is talking about two neural pathways we consciously switch on and off in our brain. One is called the empathetic network, the EN, and the other is called the analytic network, the AN. And when we think about the empathetic network, what are we thinking about? We're thinking about feelings, we're thinking about intuition, we're thinking about empathy, right? Empathetic network. When we're thinking about our analytic network, what are we thinking about? Well, we're thinking about tasks, logic, facts, key structures. And what happened was we had Jason upset about a situation, leaning very heavily into his empathetic network, where he's Paul, me, very much in the analytic network, where you can't do anything about it. So stop worrying about it. We need to start looking ahead. He's not right, I'm not right, neither of us are right, because it's a breakdown in communication which upset us both. So it's not about being right. It's about thinking, well, how could I, when I heard what Jason said, have handled that situation better? What we all need to do as leaders is consciously activate that empathetic network or analytic network at the right time. What's the right time? Well, if you're dealing with people, they will tell you by their words, actions, and thoughts. And in Jason's case, what I did wrong was I didn't very obviously see he was very much thinking with his empathetic network, where I was coming at it from a very much analytic, well, how can we fix it? We can't fix it now. Let's think about fixing the future. But what I should have done is I should have exercised my empathetic network, let him talk and let him vent. And as he explained to me later, all he wanted to do was just for me to listen and understand. So I needed to demonstrate some understanding, which I failed to do in that situation. Now, for all of us, we need to practice using our analytic network or our empathetic network, depending on the situational context. And for all of us, one aspect comes easier than the others. And you may have just surmised from that conversation that I'm someone who's better at articulating or activating their analytic network than their empathetic network, and you'd be right. But it doesn't mean I can't do it. It just requires conscious effort and a bit of care for the people around me. So something to think about: empathetic network, analytic network.